Wanted to take a few minutes and show you how you can create a data table and a graph for your Ohm's Law lab. So I'm starting here in Google Sheets. I have a blank spreadsheet open, and I've started out with two columns. Column A, the current, and column B, the voltage. The way these programs work, whether it's Excel, Numbers, or here in Google Sheets, the first column that you put is going to be data that enters onto the x-axis in your graph, and that's what we want, is current on the x, voltage on the y. So we want to start with our data in this form. I've next inputted my values from the lab that I completed, and you can see here those values for the current and the corresponding voltage. In order to complete the graph, what I want to do first is highlight the data that I want to graph, and I want to graph the entire data set that I see here. And then I come over here to the chart button, and I want to insert a chart. And it gives me a lot of different options in terms of the chart that I want to create. But the chart that we want to use to show the relationship between these two data sets is going to be an XY scatter plot. So I choose scatter, and here you see the graph as it's currently constituted. And what I want to do is customize this a little bit, but it has the majority of what I want in it already. And you can clearly see voltage data on the y-axis and current on the x. That's indicative by not only the labels, but also the relative scale of the numbers that I'm looking at here. So I click the insert button. And what I'd like to do really is to make this a full screen, large image for me to really kind of work with. So I click on the little pull down here, and I'm going to choose move to its own sheet, and that's going to really expand this for me. In most cases, this would be good enough, but what I really want to try to do is customize this to really clearly indicate the exact trend in relationship between these data. So I come and I click here on the advanced edit setting. That's going to bring up all the different editing tools available to me. The first thing I want to do, and perhaps the most important thing, is I want to insert a trend line. All right, and it looks to me that this data is very linear, so I'm going to choose a linear option. What I would also like to do is represent the equation for this line of best fit. In order to do that, I choose the label pull down, which currently reads custom, and I select use equation. And that's going to put the equation on my chart. And as I see here, it gives me the slope of the line, and I have the equation of the line rather, y equals 894.948x minus 0.089. So that's given me the equation of that line of best fit. In other words, that's the equation that best fits the data as I see it and as I have it here. I click update. That's going to give me really a very clear idea of what this chart is all about. The other thing to keep in mind as I look at this, the slope of this line, the slope of this best fit line, should be the resistance for my resistor. And part of the analysis in our lab is going to be to compare the slope of this line to the resistor that we use based on the color code system. So I hope that you find this helpful. I hope you're able to use it to aid in your creation of the graph and the data table for your lab reports. Have a nice day.